Hi everyone! So I'm back, like I said I would be, and first thing, I'm wearing my I Am Book Lion shirt from Pull Bananas 20, and I'll add a little link below if you are interested in some of her merchandise. So, like I said, today I am finishing with a review I did of the Rubinrot, Ruby Red movie that the Germans made in London, and it was great. I watched it last night, and it was so much fun. Like, I was pleasantly surprised with it. If you don't want to be spoiled, because there were some differences in the movie from the book, but if you don't want to be spoiled, then I'll just say real briefly that it was good. It was really good. I enjoyed it. Yeah, the acting was great. I didn't mind at all that it was dubbed over in English. Done so well. And after a while, I kind of forgot that their mouths weren't really matching up 100% to the dialogue. So yeah, it was good. I suggest it if you enjoyed the books. The Ruby Red trilogy by Christian Gear. If you enjoyed them, check this out. It was really good. On to my thoughts. I thought it was good. I was kind of leery about it because I'm not usually into like foreign films, but like I said, the dubbing over in English so that I could understand what they were saying was done really well. It's not like the voices were like clearly not theirs. They did a good job at matching that, and the actors, great. Wonderful casting. They did a great job. Yeah, like it was just really good through and through. And like, I don't really have any big complaints about it. There were a few scenes that were in the movie that were not in the book, and that kind of bothered me a little bit. I don't know, like they didn't feel like they didn't belong or that like they ruined the story, but because they all like contributed to the story. But there were a few things that happened in the movie that were not in the book at all, and but I don't know, they were done well and they fit, so I can't really say anything bad about them. Just that they, I don't know, it kind of bothered me a little bit just because they weren't in the books like at all. But yeah, and then there were a few scenes that were kind of out of sequence. Like the scene where Gideon and Gwyneth go to see Lady Tinley and in like 1912, I think, and they run into Lucy and Paul. That was done like in sort of like the middle of the movie, I think, or like towards, it was one of the first missions that they went on, and I found that kind of disturbing because I was like, no, it's supposed to be that's supposed to be like the last thing they do before they, before the end, and it was in the middle, and there were a lot of things after it that should have happened before it, according to the book. So I mean, I don't know, I don't really understand why they would have done that. It didn't really seem to like do anything for the story that was different. But I mean, it worked. It wasn't, I can't really say anything bad about the scenes. And then, okay, so, well, two of the things that I was kind of disappointed in about the movie was, that really kind of bothered me, was they left out Caroline, the little sister, and Gwen's little sister, and I was kind of like, oh, I liked her, because she was really cute, and I don't know, she kind of gave, like, a child's, like, lightheartedness to the story, and I'm disappointed that she wasn't there. They did have the brother Nick, and then the other one was Zemarius. Okay, now I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but the little gargoyle that I thought was introduced into the first book. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was introduced in the end of the first book, and when they're in the church and they're kissing in the confessional, and he wasn't in there, and I was kind of disappointed. I hope that I've heard that they're going to be making or are making the Sapphire Blue movie, but I hope they introduce him in that, because he's just so funny. And I mean, for any of those who have read the books, I mean, is he not the greatest? He's just like so funny. He's great. He's just like so sarcastic and like makes fun of her all the time, and it's just like, I don't know, he's a great character, and like the comic relief, you know, and so I was kind of disappointed that he wasn't introduced, and I really hope they change that in the future, because I feel like that's a lost, you know, character. I mean, that would be a great addition. Oh, another thing that I noticed that I was kind of, I don't know, I didn't really like was what they did with James's character, the ghost in St. Lennox school, and I know he's supposed to be from the Rococo period, he's supposed to be kind of flowery, but I don't know, like, he seemed kind of over the top. When I read the books, that was not my impression that I got from him. Like, she describes him as being this, like, young, like, good-looking guy that's, I mean, his outfits are weird, and, like, he's got, like, the powder and, like, the wig and all that, but he's supposed to be, like, a good-looking guy. It's kind of young, and, like, 21, right? And I don't, like, he's very proper, but they kind of made him, like, I don't know, like, a little over the top, and I was just like, really? That's not how I would have, okay, if you say so. But, I mean, they didn't ruin his character, I don't know, it was different. It was just different from what I would have imagined in my head. Oh, I did like I said before, I loved the casting. I thought they did a great job. The actors they had for Gideon and Gwyneth were perfect. Like, I can't say a single bad thing about the guy playing Gideon. The guy playing Gideon, he was great. He was great. He had that, like, jerk quality that Gideon has, and he, you know, could be really rude, but then they also had, like, very soft, like, tender moments, and so I was pleased. And the girl they had playing Leslie, she was great. She was funny. The actress that they had playing Charlotte, the cousin, perfect. Like, that is exactly how I imagined her. She was very kind of snooty and, you know, perfect and whatever. I mean, she was great. And so, yeah, I was really pleased with that casting too. I really did enjoy this movie. It was a lot of fun. It kept with the story pretty dead on. I think just adding you know, some scenes that, I don't know, made the movie more interesting than the book would have been if they just kept dead on with the book. And these extra scenes that didn't happen in the book, but you know, these extra going back in time kind of scenes that there were, they did a lot of explaining and a lot of handing out the information that needed to be handed out to the audience, without having some boring, like, office scene. So, like I said before, I don't think the scenes they just added in ruined the movie in any way. If anything, they added to it. So it was just kind of weird for me. I don't know. But yeah, so I enjoyed the movie. I highly recommend it. It only comes in Blu-ray that I could find. But yeah, and I guess it has some special features, so I'm checking that out too. Yeah, I highly suggest it. It was enjoyable. If you like the book, you will like the movie. I can guarantee it. You will like the movie if you like the book. You guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you later. Bye.